Hello, I'm Dr. Sri Banerjee, core faculty for the College of Health Sciences and Public Policy in Walden University. And one of the things that I learned in the previous conference that I attended about a week ago is about the global action plan that is there for epilepsy that has recently been drafted. This is a 2-minute read and a summary of what is actually presented here. I wanted to go through it briefly. So it's important to know that neurological disorders, not just epilepsy, if we combine all neurological disorders, then that actually is considered the second leading cause of death globally. And the disability-adjusted life years is the highest out of all the diseases. So this is something of concern, and what the 73rd World Health Assembly did is they adopted a resolution. That resolution is 73.10, and that establishes essentially an intersectoral global action plan on epilepsy and other neurological disorders. What I like about this is that because epilepsy is such a common neurological disorder, it's actually pointed out within this global action plan. Some of the other things that are important here are, let me scroll down. So some of the more important things here are how the draft was, action plan was drafted throughout the number of years, started from 2021, and then asked for feedback from for 71 member states and 75 other stakeholders, and then this was reviewed. What is in here is a draft for intersectoral action plan. We can quickly click on one of these. Consolidated comments might be a bit more useful than something that is a long document. The first draft of the Intersectoral Global Action Plan on Epilepsy and Other Neurological Disorders was noted in a timely and important document. Multiple comments were made. The inclusion of a strategic objective on the public health importance of epilepsy was appreciated, with further comments on the need to highlight epilepsy within different sections of the action plan. Simultaneously, the inclusion of all neurological disorders within the action plan was supported by many, as it was suggested that each country prioritize conditions according to their own context and challenges. So, for instance, if there are certain neurological disorders which are low on the priority list in terms of mortality, then that might not be something that you want to target compared to a nation where it's a top leading cause of disorder. So there was appreciation on the emphasis on disparities in low and middle income countries, which is important to note in global health. And when it comes to epilepsy care, especially, they found disparities, particularly not only around service, but access to service and disease prevalence. It was further noted the plan could also highlight disparities in other neurological conditions. So there's global targets, indicators that need to be achieved. There were suggestions to change the order in which the strategic objectives are presented to improve the readability of flow of the action plan, and then suggestions to consider changing the order of prevention, diagnosis, treatment, and care for people with neurological disorders to read diagnosis, treatment, care, and prevention, to keep the listing consistent throughout the document. So these are some, frankly, some logistic features, the vision, and understanding the environmental and socioeconomic determinants of neurological disorders is especially important, and then the stigma that this carries is also something that is part of the vision. So it was noted that the concept of fulfilling potential is ambiguous and may be difficult to accurately assess and can be replaced by reference to quality of life. So strengthening the definitions and understanding what each of these mean is especially important, and what especially is seen again and again is that disparities that exist, and then understanding some of the components of challenges in stigma and access to care. So those are the guiding principles and goals, and I'd like to end with the emphasis of this global action plan is the importance of offering a voice to the voiceless, especially with regards to underprivileged persons. Increasing knowledge, awareness, and dispelling myths should be addressed for all stakeholders to reduce stigma and discriminations, promote the human rights of people with neurological disorders, and improve medical care and quality of life. I think that comment sums up everything in this document. Thank you for listening.